Hello everybody, welcome back to Sith Bricks, and today we're doing something different. We're going to be starting a new series where we're going to be going through every year of LEGO Star Wars sets from 1999 all the way to the present, and we're going to be ranking them from best to worst every set of the year. So we're doing it tier list fashion, I got here pictures of all, I believe it's 13 sets from 1999. As you can see, they're predominantly Episode 1 related since, that was the movie coming out the year that LEGO Star Wars began. Let's just go ahead and get started with the first set. This is this lightsaber duel. Now this has, as you can see, Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Maul speeder bike, and this little moisture evaporator or some type of build. Really cheap set. I believe this was like $6 when it came out, and is a great way to be able to get name characters like Qui-Gon and Darth Maul. Very cheap. Like, no one really cares about the builds. I mean, the speeder bike is cool, but it's mainly for the figs. And I'm going to try in these early ones not rank them like compared to now, because obviously they've done better versions of these figures. But at the time, I think this was probably one of the better sets of the wave. The fact you got named characters. I'm going to put this one in the A tier. Next up, we all know it. I love it or hate it. Luke's Land Speeder. The first one actually just called Land Speeder. Back in 99, has Luke, has Obi-Wan, and then the Land Speeder build. And for some reason, they went with this tan color. Probably didn't have, the accurate colored parts that they have nowadays. But it just kind of, I don't know. I don't know if it's just the fact that we've had so many Land Speeders and they look so much better now. This one just is kind of an ugly looking build. So I think I'm going to put this one down in D tier. You do get, I believe this was also just $6, and you get, again, 2 named characters, but just not a great build, and I'd much rather have this one, I think. Then we have the Droid Fighter. Again, the color choice, not great, because the Droid Fighter is not just brown and tan, but for the colored parts they had, you could actually stand this one up on its wings like it does in the movie. You can pop the head out. Doesn't look great. I think it's slightly better than this one though, so I'll put it in the C tier for now. Doesn't come with any minifigs, unfortunately. Like a couple battle droids would have been nice, but yeah, that'll sit in at C tier. Then we have the Naboo Swamp. This one, you get 2 battle droids, Qui-Gon, Jar Jar Binks, and these little, tree builds or whatever, and then 2 Staps. Actually a pretty good one. Not as good as that, getting Darth Maul. I think this one should go in the B tier. I mean, getting 4 figs, if you're counting the battle droids, 4 figs and the speeders and stuff, pretty nice value. So yeah, that will go in the B tier. Then next up, we have speeder bikes. This one, you get 2 scout troopers and their speeder bikes, as well as this little tree build, and then the indoor Luke. Again, they've done better versions of this. He doesn't even have a helmet. It's just like the little poncho as his torso piece. But the fact you get these 3, an iconic scene from Return of the Jedi, pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'd have it over this one though, just for the fact that the minifigs you get. But I definitely think it belongs in the A tier and is the second set so far. Then we have the Snowspeeder, and honestly, this is not that bad of a Snowspeeder build for 1999, the first wave of LEGO Star Wars sets. I'm trying to think of the minifigs. I know you get a Hoth Rebel with like the red emo hair, and I believe it's 2 pilots, Luke and I guess it's supposed to be Dak, or it may just be regular Rebel pilots. I'm not 100% sure. But honestly, looking at the other sets in this wave, I think this one should go in the S tier, because it is one of the better looking sets for 1999, and that belongs in the S tier. Then we have Anakin's Pod Racer, and this one's kind of hard because I'll save this one for the end. Sorry for doing it out of order, but just these 2 pair up pretty well to talk about. So we have the X-Wing Fighter. It doesn't look too bad, honestly, from this angle. Not as good as the Snowspeeder, I think, but for being the first year of LEGO Star Wars, really impressed with the style of the build. I believe you get Luke, and I think that was Biggs Darklighter, then some Rebel crewmen. So not too bad. Oh, and you get R2-D2 as well. So I think this one will go in the S tier behind the Snowspeeder. Minifigs are probably better in this one, just because the Hoth Rebel I'm not sure about. But Yeah, then we have the Naboo fighter, and I'm honestly not a big fan of this one. It's a little too bulky looking and like very short. But you do get 2 battle droids. I believe it was Anakin and I'm thinking a droideka. I'm wanting to think it comes with Obi-Wan, but I'm not seeing him in this picture unless I'm just blind. But yeah, not a big fan of this one. It's definitely over. I think the droid fighter should go down in D, and this one belongs in C tier. I think that's a little more accurate there. So not a big fan of how this Naboo fighter looks, but I'd rather have that than these down here, honestly. Then we have the TIE Fighter and Y-Wing. It's actually Darth Vader's TIE Advance. You get Darth Vader, Rebel pilot. You might get 2 pilots, I'm not sure. Then you get the astromech droid. It's cool that we had a 2-in-1 all the way back then. I think this was like $60 when it came out. I believe this was also one of the blue TIE fighters. You know, they like the slap blue on everything back then. I don't really love the Y-Wing build. It looks very dated, much more so than these two up here. But the fact you get 2 ships, you get Darth Vader. I'm going to put it, for the value, I don't know if it would go over this one, but I think they're in the middle of A tier. Looks pretty nice for that one. Then we have the Sith Infiltrator, and this one, talking about slapping blue on a set for no reason. This one just has blue in the middle of it, and it honestly is an ugly looking build. You get Darth Maul and his speeder, but you got that up here. Honestly, this one's just so ugly. I think I'm going to put it in F tier. It's nostalgic because I actually think I have this set, but it's just such an ugly looking build. Oh man. Then we have the Gungan sub. Never remade until 2012, so this is only one of 2 versions of this set. Get Jar Jar, Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan. It is kind of blocky. Better than this Y-Wing, though. I think at the bottom of S tier because... Or no. Top of A tier? I'll do top of A tier. This is a pretty good set, honestly. Just not quite S tier level, I don't think. But then we have Anakin's Pod Racer. I almost said Pod Racer. We get Anakin, Padme, this little pit droid, and the pod. It's fine, but like I was saying here, with this one, you get Anakin's pod, Sebulba's pod, and then I believe that was Gasgano's Pod Racer. So you get those in the little seating area. And Brickset said this had 10 minifigs. I'm not sure how many of them are actual minifigs, though, and how many are just, you know, little... And honestly, that may have been Out Arbido. This might have been the set that came with those little sculpted, like, statue-like figs for Sebulba and stuff. I'm not sure. But yeah, unless that was the Watto's Junkyard. I don't really remember. But the fact you get all 3 pod racers and the other stuff with this one, I think this one does go up higher. And the pod racers look really good, I think. So I'm going to put that at the top of S tier. And this one is kind of hurt by the fact that the value of getting all 3 kind of knocks this one down. I'll just put this one in A tier right there. It's still a good set, but it's just when you have that, or you can get the one that has all 3. Of course, the price is a lot different, but I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of the way I'm looking at it. So yeah, that is 1999 and Lego Star Wars. Again, not a ton of sets here, and these videos will be longer as we go ahead. But no, it's a decent set, or a decent list of sets. I cannot talk. A little top heavy, but like I said, I like to rank things based on, you know, the way they look compared to the time period, not compared to now. And for the value and stuff and how these sets looked for being the first wave, I think Lego did a fine job at this time. There are some stinkers, as you can see down here. Honestly, I could say all 4 of these. But S through B tier, I think all really solid, nice sets. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this ranking video. Like I said, we're going to be doing it all the way through till current day. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy it. As always, if you did, be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought. What is your favorite set from 1999? And if you want to see me maybe tackle another theme, ranking sets, then drop some ideas and we can figure out what we can do. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.